Hello, everyone. I'll wait a minute to go outside until people show up. I am in the Shenandoah Valley right now. It is so awesome. I'm so excited. I'm going to show you outside in a minute. I'm in a motel. It was only $68. A nice lady at the desk. Man, it was dead in here. It's Christmas Eve. The Shenandoah Valley is in Virginia. It's about where I am, like about 70 miles west of Washington, D.C. I drove there today and I thought maybe, oh, I'm leaving too late. The sun's going down. I get anxiety about driving on roads I'm not familiar on, particularly out in the wilderness, out in the middle of nowhere, like where I am now. Hey, Cobra Kai. And I thought, no, that's even more reason to do it, to just deal with my fear head on, drive out, especially when it gets nighttime and it's like I don't know the roads and I'm scared about, the cops, and I'm scared about just anybody trying to run me off the road or something. But I drove here no problem. If you saw the video earlier, real quick, I was up 2,400 feet on a mountainside. And by the way, the parks are closed not just for Christmas, but because of the government shutdown. So how eerie is that? Like the timing of all this. It's like the whole world is losing its mind. I went up to that mountain. So if you saw the previous video, can't see it real well on this camera. I wish I brought my other camera, and then later on I could put it on YouTube when I edit it on my laptop, because it looks so great seeing the lights of the city down below in the valley. You could barely see them, but it was so eerie being up there. Only car there in the mountain. A few cars passed me once in a while, but having the window roll down, the only thing you can hear is the cold air coming down. I'm like, oh, this is like so just, I don't know how to describe it. So like chilling to. I'm gonna try and plug in my phone for a second before outside. So I'm gonna go outside in a second. Now I'm not in a mountain now. I'm down sort of in the valley. But I was on that mountain. I was like, oh, it's so chilling, just the cold air, nothing else. And over my head, like that. Oh, wrong way. Like this. It was so eerie. I was like, oh my goodness. But anyways, made it through. I wish I could have filmed some of the drive over because it looked nice, like seeing the mountains off in the distance. I'll turn the camera around. But I obviously I couldn't really do that because I had the phone running GPS, and anyways I didn't know my way around. But it wasn't a bad drive at all. Didn't take too long. It was like an hour and a half, maybe closer to 2 hours. And I'm in a motel right now. $60. The lady gave me a discount, AAA discount, even though I don't have AAA, because there's like nobody here. I saw like maybe when I pulled up, there were two other cars parked here. Now there's like maybe 5 cars parked in this whole parking lot, and I'm on a 5-hour drive to family right now, so I can't really comment. How the hell are you commenting while driving? Or I hope you're not driving, Cobra Kai. But anyways, I'm going to go outside in a second to show you what is outside of here. It is so eerie and oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to unplug my phone. We'll just do this. We'll go outside. Here, let me show you. It's not going to be a great shot because you can see now the digital noise is kicking up on screen because there's not much light. But look what's around me. This is the other side. Nothing. I'm surprised there's been a car there and a car. There is nothing out here. Nothing. When I say nothing, I don't think you guys understand. I mean nothing. I feel like I got to keep my voice down, like this whole section of the country is quiet. Look at this. There is nothing out here. This is amazing. I feel like this is just like a field. I don't know I feel like it's a sci-fi movie. Like instead of having an atmosphere that, is hundreds of thousands of feet or whatever, that layers. Oh, you stopped to get food. I see. All right. Thanks, Cobra Kai. But instead of like regular atmosphere that's built by layers of pressure going up like 100,000 feet or whatever, 50,000 feet. I feel like this is like a sci-fi movie where the world just stops at one point, like something out of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or something. Holy crap, it is. There's nothing. I can actually hear a few cars driving now. That's a little change of pace. So you see all these trees? I'm just walking down the middle of the parking lot. This is awesome. This is my fantasy. Is I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody calls me. Nobody emails me. Everybody leaves me alone. That's all I want. When I was younger, my fantasy was to be rich, famous, have women love me. Nope, now it's just nobody call me, nobody email me. Just leave me alone. Everybody leave me alone. I'm surprised to hear any cars. And just a few miles that way are the Shenandoah Mountains and the Shenandoah National Park. So I'm going to go there tomorrow and film some. Hey, John. Man, look how... And the stars are so bright. You can't really see them on... No, you can't really see them on my phone. I got to get a higher quality phone camera at some point, but this is amazing. I like it. I'm in awe. Like, it's like chills coming over me. I'm in awe. How quiet it is. How spread out everything. I was like stunned. I was like driving here. I'm like, there are houses on the side of the road, and there's just nothing but a house and a mailbox, and that's it. No sidewalk, no shopping center, nothing. All the businesses around here, there's some local ones, but most of the businesses are like big, a big corporation that have franchises like whatever, Dunkin' Donuts and Taco Bell and Walgreens, Applebee's, like that, like businesses that have set up locations all over. Like, if it wasn't for that, there'd be nothing. Imagine how did people used to live, just sleeping in fields and having nothing, like no protection from anything. I mean, like a long time ago, like 50,000 years ago. How did people do it? I feel like so weird. Like, this is totally different from being around a city where it's like people expect to see somebody walking around filming. I feel like now, this is like, I'm in a parallel, I phase shifted into an alternate dimension, parallel universe. There is nothing here. This is the highway, right here. One car. This is amazing. This is awesome. I don't know how people live around here. It was a little creepy. I went by an Applebee's. Actually, I stopped there to use the bathroom. And you see, it's kind of like country folk out here. Very nice, very polite. Like a mix of mostly white people, some black people, I think a few Hispanic people. And it was like a lot of families. And it kind of creeped me out. The families, like you can sense the, right-wing macho attitude. Oh, there's the moon back there. You can see the light lighting them up. I've gone camping in empty glens a couple times. I know just the feeling you're about. Look at this. Like, where am I? What is going on? It is so quiet. Yeah, you can't see. You can barely see a star. Let me see if I can zoom in. And thank goodness the weather's good. Yeah, you can see a star there. And it's not that cold. Whew. Now let me zoom out. Wow. I'm just gonna walk around. What is it? It's like coming over me, like I can't process it. Where I am and what I'm doing. And tomorrow, I'll go driving through the Shenandoah Mountains, and I'll do a live stream or two from the overlook where you can see down into the town below. I wish you could see it better on my phone because it looks good at night. And thank goodness the weather's good, because it would be a nightmare trying to drive in the snow. I saw a deer on the way. There was an owl on the side of the road. When you see an owl up close, you see what a majestic creature it is. Look at that. You can see that it is so eerie. Oh my goodness, what that outline of mountains there. Like, it's like a painting. And the quiet, oh man. And the moon is so bright back there, lighting up behind the clouds. It is eerie. Man, I feel like I'm in a science fiction movie like Dark City or something. I'm a little scared somebody's going to try and invite me back to the room like, hey man, you want a party? And they're just going to try and rob me blind. I'd be like, well, I don't know. I don't want to be rude, but it's not a bad party, is it? It's a good party. No, I'm not going partying with anybody. The bad thing about the time I chose to do this, everything's closed. So there's the moon back there. Look at that. And the stars are so bright out here. You can even see them on my phone a little bit. Whew, it is eerie standing here. I feel so tiny. 13 people. Click the like button, everybody. This is amazing. This is awesome. I'm out here. I just decided to drove. I'm right by the Shenandoah Mountains. Look at that mountain line. You could, oh man, that is chilling. That is eerie. That, whoa. What a sensation. What a feeling. And just knowing my voice is just carrying out and just hitting the environment here. And there's nothing else. Not hitting buildings. Not much. There's some houses over there. What is it like to live here? Dead quiet. You can't really see the stars. You can see whatever. The 3 stars. What is that? Orion's Belt? The Big Dipper? I don't know. I don't want to look straight up because I have altocellulophobia, which is a fear of high ceilings. And the sky can feel like that, especially at night. So I literally, I can't bring myself to look straight up. 5 Blue, I'm in the Shenandoah Valley. In the western part of Virginia, right in Luray, I guess. Like you heard of Luray Caverns, which is like an ancient cave complex that I've been in before. My dad took me there when I was a kid to walk through, and we went through a tour of it. But it is dead quiet. That's the highway right there. So going that way is to the Shenandoah Mountains, where I'm going to go tomorrow, and I'll film some. That way is back to DC. Whew. There's nothing going. Blows my mind. How do you live here and have all this quiet? It's great if you're a filmmaker in a way, because think about it. There's no city dwellers around to tell you, hey, don't film on my block, don't park in front of my house. Or like, you just go around and do whatever. But it's just a weird sense of, you know, look at this. Now we're at the Overlook Hotel. From the Shining. Click the like button, everybody. Help get this to the top of YouTube. Oh, and I don't want to talk about it in this video so much, but I had a near meltdown at the gym today. I kind of want to save it for another video. I barely ate today too, but I don't feel hungry. Let's see, did they have anything halfway healthy? Chex Mix? I did go to a grocery store, spent $40 at a grocery store today. That's too much money. So I do have some groceries in my car. Reason I spent $40, first of all, I was pretty much out. Second of all, I wasn't going to go to Walmart because it was packed. I wasn't going to go to Aldi. That was packed. Yeah, right, Dustin. And I ended up going to this little Hispanic supermarket where everything's more expensive. But I was glad to support an immigrant-run business. You know how I feel about nationalists, racists. I hate them. White supremacists, white nationalists, ethno-nationalists, whatever they want to call themselves. Alt-right, I hate them. And I believe in immigration. It's a human right. And so I was glad to support that business. But everything's pricier, so I went in there. Unfortunately, it wasn't that busy either. So that was the nice thing about going to. I mean, look at this. There's like nothing. It's like, what planet have I landed on? And they did have something I've never seen before, which is canned tuna with vegetables in it. So that was nice. I had 2 of those, so I had a bunch of tuna today. And I had. They didn't even have much bread. The only bread they had is this really cheap whole wheat stuff, and it was still more expensive than at Aldi. But like I said, I'm not going to Aldi today. It was going to be way too busy day before Christmas, so I was glad to go to this other place and just get on with it, get it over with. Even the Gatorade bottles were expensive. At Walmart, they're 88 cents. At this Hispanic grocery store, they were like $1.50 each. And I got some fruit, some Asian pears. I ate one, or I forget if it was an Asian pear I got. I got 2 different types of pears. But I got a pear. It was really sweet. I ate it. A lot of that fruit was going bad though. And I got bananas. But hey, what are you gonna do? That's what happens when you don't get up early enough to go to the grocery store. But look at this. It's like it's hard to comprehend how like this looks like nothing. Like a painting that is like you're not meant to go past the end of the painting. It's like there's a firm stop, and that's what's there, and that's it. And what I was saying about the gym, I had a near meltdown at the gym. Yeah, Shenandoah Valley. I had a near meltdown. Not really. I wasn't going to like flip out, but I saw 4 naked men there. All of them. I hate this. I wanted to yell at one of them because 2 of them were in the shower, but the shower, they didn't even pull all the way shut the shower curtain. So one guy, like when I was getting out of the shower, he was in the one next to me. I'm like, what the fuck? The shower's running and the curtain's open. I didn't look in, but then he stepped out and he was naked. I'm like, what the hell? I want to tell this guy, hey, you should pull the shower curtain shut. Then, on top of that, he was whistling. I hate whistling. Whistling and singing is like jerking off. If you want to please yourself, pleasure yourself in front of me, that is not with my consent. So that right there is disgusting. I wanted to scream. But he was naked, wiping his ass with his towel, drying himself, and then he fucking bent over right next to me and set his stuff out all over the bench. I'm like, oh goddamn, this crazy old man. And then 2 other naked old guys were in there after him, just talking to each other naked. It was god awful. Whoa, what's around here? It's like a what is that? My goodness, what you guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? I'm afraid to even walk anywhere I don't know. I feel like the laws of physics do not apply. This is a massive field. Oh, I wish you could see it. I can't turn the light on my phone. Wait, I do have a flashlight, but it's probably not going to help. It's not going to light up a whole field. But I don't even want to walk near that thing. It's obviously some kind of like, you know, now it's like an artifact or something. It looks like an old like water heater or something, but nope, flashlight doesn't help. But oh shit, that is one big empty field, and look at that moon. What a shot. Yeah, so guy was whistling. I hate that. Don't you ever whistle around me. That was not with my consent, you pervert. He was naked around me. 4 guys were naked. And I forget, I think there was something else I didn't like too, but I don't remember. And also, so the bad thing about doing this on Christmas Eve is pretty much nothing's going to be open tomorrow. I was thinking, oh, I'll go into the town in the valley and do stuff. Then I was asking the lady at the front desk at the motel, what's here? Like, what can you do around here? She's like, nothing, pretty much. Everything's closed. Maybe the movie theater, that's it. I hear dogs barking. Yeah, way off in the distance, dogs bark. Man, it is a different culture. You get a sense, you can tell that, you know, angry, white, male, chauvinist, entitled, right-wing culture, especially out here. And it's funny, when you go places and the stores are tractor trailer supply stores. It's just interesting. Like, when you go out far enough, those are the kind of stores that are around, because people need, like, chicken feed and all kinds of stuff for their tractors or their farms or whatever businesses they have. I actually went shopping there with a friend a few times when I was working at an entertainment studio in Maryland, because he needed some stuff that they had there. And like, I would just go there and like, I just help him load stuff into his truck. What's back there? What's that light? I don't know what that is. This thing right here. Whew. Man, it's amazing to be somewhere this quiet. It's just weird to take in, a lot to take in. I don't want to say weird necessarily, but even like visually quiet, because around Arlington, you know, there's always Uh, shit, yeah, right. Like I'm gonna spend time with my family on Christmas. My mom kicked me out when I got my brother arrested for attacking me. Now I'm gonna hang out there. I can't even be there with my brothers around. I don't want to. And his girlfriend forbid him from talking to a woman I was involved with because my brother tried to have an affair with her while he was with his girlfriend. And this woman and I had a breakup for a while, and so she was trying to hurt me, and she reached out to my brother to try and have an affair with him. And it was funny because she even admitted it to me months later. This was in 2016, and she said, you know, I reached out to him behind your back, and we were gonna hook up, and he was gonna fly out here, and um, like, oh, like I saw his body and everything, and his car is real nice. But she said he has no personality. She was complaining to me about him. She was like, he has nothing to talk about, and everything with him was Greek. She said, what is it with him and being Greek? Is it like a breed of dog? So I really liked that about her. I liked her. She had a really good way with words. Unfortunately, she did some very bad things, like trying to have an affair with my brother, although we were broken up at the time. But she did it, and then when we sort of got back together for like a momentary, you know, truce, like 3 weeks or so, like we were together for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then it just fell all apart again. She couldn't help but be abusive again. Then she admitted everything, and she faked her own death. Which, by the way, that was a terrible plan, because her plan was, I think, fake her own death, and then once she saw I was trying to reach out to her family or something, then she would uh, talk to me, and then like I would want to be with her again. Once I found out she was alive, I still didn't want to be with her. 13 people here. Click the like button. I am out in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to go into my room for a second and warm up, and then I guess I'll go back outside. It is amazing out here. Just so quiet. Eerie, man. And you could see, oh, it's nice and warm in here. You could see the mountain range out in the distance. At night, it is so otherworldly. It's like a science fiction movie. I don't know how to describe. Like, it's just so hard to process. Like, where am I? What is this? How do people live around here? Oh, there I am. I gotta blow my nose. Here, look at the ceiling. "14 people. Click the like button, everybody." Whoa. Yeah, I do get along with my mom. She doesn't get along with me. Or rather, she didn't want me getting my brother. Anyway, so it's always, and now my brother's home. He's 32 years old. His name's Michael Mike. He lives at home in mommy's basement in Arlington, and he insisted he stay at home, and I leave when I got him arrested. And the day after I got him convicted, we were in court, and then the next day I came over to the house. He was staring at me. He's like, "You shouldn't be here." I'm like, all right. Called his probation officer. His probation officer was like, "Oh, he can't do that." My mom called me later, freaking out, saying, "Angelo, you're going to get Michael arrested." So, I said, "So, you said he's not a threat. So why would he get arrested if he's not a threat? There's no reason for him to try and do anything to me. Right? So why are you saying?" Ever since then, it's always a problem. So she's going to be a hypocrite. And also he's a white supremacist. He's a white supremacist. He's a right-winger, alt-righter. He is or was an NRA member. He loves guns. He loves alt-right figures. He likes Milo Yiannopoulos. So he's just a terrible, terrible person. History of domestic violence and love of guns. Yeah. 15 people here. All right, I'm going to go back outside in a little bit. Some of you missed it. Like the incredible view outside. You can see the mountain range outlined in silhouette at night. It is so like otherworldly. I can feel so tiny out here. You know what? I'm going to set the phone down for a second. I won't say what business I'm attending to. I will be right back. If you know what I'm saying, I won't say it. But if you know what I'm saying, I have business to attend to. I will be right back. All right. My brother was always not a good guy. He was always nasty, always a bully, always cruel. So it's no surprise that he turned even more right wing. Whereas me, I grew up right wing conservative, and I've totally gone away from that. Now I'm like, wow, there's a whole other world out there of people who have rights that I was ignoring and that conservatives just mock, laugh about, ridicule, speak ill of, treat with contempt, act like they're not even human and they don't exist. And that's where my brother has landed. Okay, so I'm going to go outside again. Let me zip up my jacket. Ooh. Check this out, people who just joined us. I'm in the Shenandoah Valley, just miles from the Shenandoah Mountains. We're going to go outside right now, and I'm going to show you the view outside my motel. This is awesome. Again, this is my fantasy, is I'm all alone. I'm far away from everybody. Everybody leaves me alone. No one calls me, and no one emails me. That's my fantasy. I used to think my fantasy would be that I would be rich and be famous, and women would love me. No, I just want nobody to call me. You get lazy when you get older. Okay, so here we go. Look at this. So it's a little hard to tell, but it is so eerily quiet. It's only 8:38. It's weird because I'm used to driving at night and like at like 2 or 3 in the morning. So as soon as the sun went down at like 5:30 or 6, I felt like, oh, it's like 1 a.m. But it's not, and also there were barely any cars out. But look at this field out here. That's right, I hate whistling. The goddamn guy was whistling. I'm like, you son of a bitch. And he was whistling Christmas music. Ugh. What a throw up. But there's a huge field out here. Look at this. It's so... It's like the laws of physics don't apply anymore. And everything has changed. And okay, now what is that? That is some kind of... I feel like one of those apes in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Like I'm scared of even going to it. I know it's just somewhat. It's like an old water heater that they just left out. And you can see the mountain range back there. That's where I'll be tomorrow. No, wait, that's sort of trees, but you can see the mountains more over there. See the moon back there behind those clouds. I have a fear of high ceilings, so I'm not looking straight up, but the stars are so bright. And look how quiet it is. It is overwhelming how quiet it is. Bunch of trees there. I got this room for $68 tonight. That's not, and they got a breakfast tomorrow morning. That is awesome. I'm gonna load up on breakfast. Probably not, because I barely ate today. And I exercised real well. I just had mostly some tuna and peanut butter. And I don't know if I want to get anything from the vending machine. I still don't want to eat junk food. But look at this, man. And over there, it's just a stretch of road in their houses, and it blows my mind how people live out here, and it's so quiet. And you just have quiet. That's all you have at night. Click the like button, everybody. Get this to the top of YouTube. This is what the people demand. This is what they deserve to see. Like a building there. But look at this, man. It's blowing my mind. Wow. One car. Yeah, so the only crappy thing is being here Christmas Eve, pretty much everything's going to be closed tomorrow. So it's like, oh crap, I won't be able to go to any of the local stores and get, their local jelly or whatever, although I wouldn't necessarily have bought any of that too because it's damn expensive around here when you buy all that stuff. But tomorrow, I'm going to go up into the mountains and I'm going to film from the overlook places where you see down in the valley, like I did earlier today in that video I put up, but you could barely see anything earlier today because it was nighttime. But it was a good view, and it's just eerie at night. It's so quiet. It's not too scary driving around, but definitely I was driving slowly. I was driving cautiously. And fortunately, road conditions were good, and the roads are well maintained around here. This is Virginia. This is really out here in the middle of nowhere. So there are houses over there. You see the lights there. See Christmas lights there. There's one lady working the desk. I don't know if anyone else is working right now at this motel. Here's the other thing that blows my mind. Why do people live here? Why do they move here? Why do they raise families here? What do you have here? Maybe I understand some jobs like out here, like what? Some businesses I saw a bunch of tractors on the side of the road. So I understand there's like the you know, whatever you call it, like tow truck businesses, tractor work, farm work, I guess. I think there's farms. I know there's wineries and beer places that brew their beer here. So there's like industries like that, like real kind of country. Now look at that mountain range back there. My hands are getting cold. So look at that mountain peak right there. It's even more impressive in person. It's like eerie. It's like I'm at the edge of a painting, and it's like there's nothing back there. It's like the edge of a video game, and the physics stop working once you get to the end. But why do people move out here? There's not much. Virtually all the businesses I see are not like providing good paying jobs. They're just places like big chain places like Taco Bell, Applebee's, Walgreens, CVS, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Anyways, now look at that star. That is bright. That is twinkling. Now let's see what else we got here. It's hard to, I don't know how to, it's too hard to see them. Hold on, I'm trying to zoom out. Look at that. And look at me out here, just like nothing. I'm like an ant out here. The moon is so bright. It's literally, there's something a lot, not that I'm like actively scared, but there's something a little scary in the sense of like this is the end of the world. Like the movie is written so that, you know, soon the whatever, you know, apocalyptic event will happen. They got a mini golf course here. Interesting. Fortunately, it is not too cold. Let's go to the vending machine, gang. Click the like button. Get this to the top of YouTube's recommended videos for Christmas Eve. Everybody else wants to go one way, I'll go the other way. If they want to go into D, into the city, hang out with their loser families, boycott families, that's what I say, then you go the other way. You say, well, I found something interesting. I went the other direction. I went to Shenandoah Valley with Angelo, even though probably nothing's going to be open tomorrow. I'm going to check out maybe like Harrisburg or Harrisonburg, the city tomorrow. It's close by. But I don't know if there's going to be much open there. So that kind of sucks. It's the only bad thing. You know, I'm realizing I should have picked another day to do it. But the good thing about today, virtually no traffic. And tomorrow there's definitely be no traffic. So that's what I'm happy about, is I don't want to deal with damn traffic. Let's see. What am I now? Where am I? Got this weird feeling. Okay, Muddy Buddies, peanut butter and chocolate. Only $1. That's the other nice thing out here. Everything is cheaper. Oh, my hand is ice. And I'm trying to get out quarters. My pocket is so full of stuff ever since I've been homeless. It's a struggle to... Boston cream honey bun? Interesting. Sounds like it's got a ton of fat in it, though. Come on. I'm trying to get quarters out of my pocket. This is what you all came to see, right? Oh. It's 3 quarters. I need one more. We got it. Mission accomplished. Hey, Moist Andy, if you're watching, you should be here out with me. What? Oh, come. Did you all saw that? It ate 2 of my quarters. You all saw that. The Days Inn Corporation owes me 50 cents. Damn you. And the coin return won't even work. Hell no, I'm not getting M&Ms. I don't like M&Ms much. E3. Come on, you damn quitters. Robbed in the valley. That's right. There's crime in this valley. And look how there's barely anyone else here. Oh, little weird step there. Like one car. Oh, I got a little scared. I was like, wait, is that the end of the lot and my car's not there? No, the lot, it goes a little further than I could see. So I'm going to go into my room, eat these, and warm up for a little bit. Maybe I'll do one more walk around. This is just incredible. Yeah, my fingers are getting icy. How do people live out here? Like, why do people live here and raise families? I guess the reason is you want to be away from the city. And a lot of people around here commute to DC and commute to other areas, like other big cities. I don't know exactly where, but there's probably a few that commute to Baltimore. People commute so far around here just to be able to live in a place that's like this. I wouldn't necessarily want to live here. I think it would get tiresome. I lived in Fairfax, like deep in Fairfax for a while, right by Fair Oaks Mall for 6 months, and that just bored the hell out of me after a while. But I am fascinated by how people live out here and what's going on and the social life. How does that work? You know, dating and everything, and politics, all that stuff's got to be so different. And they got a microwave. I should have gotten something at the grocery store I could microwave. All right, set this up by the TV. Oh, I better not let the phone turn off because the power button's back there. I'll do this. 16 grams of sugar. Alright. Whatever. So here's a shot of the valley. Shenandoah Valley. A time-lapse shot, it looks like. Or a long exposure shot, I should say. It's a real nice view. I've been here before with a really, I'll say, deranged friend of mine from college. In college, we hung out every day. Just since then, he became, I remember it was like one turn of like this situation in college where after that, his respect dropped for me. It's all right. And this friend, he's like independently wealthy. He invests in stocks. He worked in real estate. He's just total nut. He's like, we get along great when we get along. But other than that, he pretty much ignores me for like 6 months to a year at a time. And then if he wants my attention, he'll like email me. He won't even text me. He'll email me at like 9:55 at night saying, hey, can you meet me in 5 minutes? Let's go see a movie or something. And then when I can't, he just disappears for like another 6 months. And I haven't seen him for like a year or so at least. He called me from China a while ago, a few months ago, to say we should go do business there, selling some kind of like electronic skateboards or something. Sure enough, never heard from him again. I mean, other than once in a while in text, he'll respond. But he doesn't respond much. I gotta blow my nose. 15 people. Yeah, I am in Trump territory. Oh. Oh. It was eerie, the feeling of being this Applebee's and seeing the guys who looked, you know, like rode out as far as the country. Homesteading, where you live on a good piece of land and grow your own food and raise your own animals. I should be scared, really? I'm not walking around with, like, you know, a fuck Nazis shirt or something. That I would be scared to walk around here and wear it. Or like a make racists scared again shirt. I just ordered one of those. Or make racists afraid again. So I'm going to wear that out. But I'll wear it around D.C. to show I'm not a white supremacist and I want other, you know, like-minded people to be able to say, hey, cool, nice shirt. But I do not, because people wear Confederate shirts around here. I would not wear it around here. It would scare me. But yeah, it's a different culture out. You see it where they're isolated from cities, where you have lots of different people from all over the world living around you and speaking different languages. There were some black people around here. I saw maybe a few Hispanics, like I saw them in Applebee's, but mostly a bunch of white people. Yeah, I think I'll do one more walk around the building. I'm going to get up, eat breakfast here, and then I'm going to go out for the whole day, and then I'll just drive. I was going to say drive home. I don't have a home. I'll just drive somewhere to sleep. Man. I wonder what it's like. Just the whole culture, the police, the politics here. And being homeless here must be awful. I don't know how many homeless people are, because where do you go to, you know, to live? At least in a city, you have people passing by a lot. If you panhandle, you can do that. You know, a lot of places sort of let you sleep there, even though technically it may be illegal. I've seen that, you know, lots of places. Out here, how does that happen? So I can see the disconnect, the mentality being fostered and growing in places like this. Even the lady working at the front desk was listening to Fox News as I was walking out after I checked in. It's like it's just part of the culture. You don't consider, you know, you hear the propaganda, right-wing propaganda, you see it around you, you believe it's true, and therefore you believe liberals, leftists, hippies, they must all be wrong and terrible people and trying to destroy America, because this is what America is to you. Oh, the TV channel list is so old that they still have. Look at this. Where is it on here? I'm looking, trying to get in focus. Look at that. They still have Spike TV. Even though I'm pretty sure Spike TV changed their name, right, to Esquire or something. I'm trying to get in focus. There. Look at that, number 48. That's how old this thing is. Hold on. Hold on. There. They might like homesteading. What exactly do you mean by homesteading? I've heard of it in the context of, like, you know, settling America when frontiers people first went out west. But what do you mean? It's like you just find a piece of land and just build a house on it and you just grow animals there or plants or whatever? plants, grow crops. But I can see why people get the, like religious bubble around places like this where they think, oh, liberals are trying to change our culture, change our way of life. I can see why, like just being around this, I can see how that affects somebody. And especially the conservative views on gay people, transgender people, people with different sexual orientations, how that would be a lot, it would be so strongly condemned. The few people around here who are gay or are, transgender or have a different orientation sexually, like they would, have to be in hiding because a lot of it just, you wouldn't accept it around here. And I can see that the way that, heteronormative standards just come out here. It is weird. I mean, it's everywhere too. Don't get me wrong. Cities are not like a bastion of tolerance either. Okay. I'm going to do one more tour around the building for anyone who missed it earlier. I heard a door close. That's weird. When there's nothing around, every noise becomes like, apparent. Every noise stands out. Now several car doors closed. I guess a family's getting in their car. Okay. I have some more business to do. I'll be right back. All right. We're going one more walk outside. Down 57. Thinking Bates Motel. Huh. You boondock on BML land? What the hell does that mean? I don't know what that means. Thinking of Bates Motel? Yeah, it's a little eerie. Check out this chair. Only $68 for this room because the lady at the front desk gave me a AAA discount because she's like, well, there's not many people around. So again, it is an amazing sight. I wonder what it's going to look like in the daytime, but it's just nothing out here. A little light down. I wonder what that is. It doesn't quite fit the profile of a house, but I can't tell. I'm trying to zoom back out. Now look how eerie this is. Again, for people who haven't seen it, one car driving past there. Oh man, this is, how did people 50,000 years ago sleep in open fields like this and not be terrified? This is a big field right here. There's that artifact, whatever that is. I'm not going up to it in the moon. And you see the mountain range back there. It's all a little like, you know, awe-inspiring. It's so quiet. There's nothing out here. It blows my mind how people live out here. Oh, it looks like another car pulled up next to me. That's what that door was. So quiet. It was so eerie when I was up on the mountain and I did that 1-minute video earlier today. Just the only sound I could hear was the cold air blowing into my car when my window was rolled down. I was like, oh man, that is wild. Spent $40 damn on groceries today, $68 on motel, and my car is not getting great gas mileage. So it looks like I've gone through almost like half a tank of gas just to drive like 80 miles or so, 85 miles. It was a decent amount of stop and go traffic for that period because my catalytic converter is messed up, and so my car is not running as fuel efficiently as it could. Normally, like, I mean, I've driven like 150 miles and it went down to like half a tank. Now, it seems like it went down half a tank going about 80 miles. That's really bad. I don't know if that's quite right. You know, maybe it's just, you know, the gauge, it fluctuates. So, I don't think it's quite down to half a tank, but kind of messed up. Now look at this. Okay, there are houses out there. How do people live out here? It's so quiet. I don't like the fact that it's like a lot of right-wing culture out here, that hard-headed, chauvinistic, you know, macho strutting culture. But that's what it is. That's what out here. What's out here? You can hear a plane overhead, and that way is west towards the Shenandoah Mountains. That way, you go 70, 80 miles, it's back towards DC. I would play scary music for the thrill of it. Look at that moon. But it is so wild out here how my voice is like the only thing that's alive out here, moving around. So I'll show again. Just gonna go back into my room for good for the night. Oh, how tiny I feel. I feel like swallowed up in like some surreal or surrational painting. Like, why do people live out here? Rural Vermont ain't like that, though. What do you mean? What's rural Vermont like? Oh, what? More like liberal? More progressive? A lot more tolerant? I see. Man, just nothing. It just strikes me. The amount of places a human being can disappear around here. I just wonder, like, what's the crime like? What's the politics like? What are the police like? What's the interaction among people around here? What's dating like? What's, you know, social groups like? Like, where are the, you know, good thing about even Fairfax. Fairfax is kind of, you know, uppity, rich, white, conservative. But it's got these like oases. What's the plural for oasis? An oasis, like places that are oases for, you know, progressive, for tolerance, for racial tolerance, racial equality, for gender equality, you know, like all kinds of stuff like that, man. But look at, I'm afraid to even walk any closer because you go see that mountain range right there. It's like it's gonna swallow me, come alive and swallow me up. It's gonna sprout eyes and legs and say, Angelo, it is time. The universe has decided you are no longer necessary. Wow, those clouds are just moving right now as you, in front of my eyes. Emptiness seemed pretty normal to me. I admit you live in a country part of Scotland. Have you seen Train Spotting? That's, I don't know a ton about Scotland, but I always remember that Ewan McGregor line. I think Ewan McGregor said it when he's like, Scotland, being Scottish is shite. For me, it is very odd, very weird being out here. I'm afraid of even going. That's just all blackness. I don't even want to go close to that. My reptile, you know, caveman brain says, stay away from there because an animal stampede could come out of there. So I'm going back to my room. You all saw it 3 times now. You can rewind this and go back and see it again and again. And in the daytime, I'm going to be filming as much as I can because I'm going to try and spend... Dude, I go camp out in Shenandoah alone. That sounds frightening to me. Jack, how do you do it? Go tell us. How do you do it? I'm not going to cut off the live stream yet. I'm going to go in my room, plug in my phone. But one person walking out now. Wow. But how do you do it? How do you camp by yourself? It just seems like a frightening proposition to me. I would not want to do that. 16 people here, not bad. Click the like button, people. Get the video to the top of YouTube recommendations. I'm impressed that I'm able to live stream around here. Hey, hooray for T-Mobile, the fastest 4G LTE network in the country. When they roll out 5G, it's going to be even more impressive. I wish we could get like cinema camera quality cinematography from cameras live streaming from phones. I realize there's a physical limit to how high quality can be on the lens on phones because the lenses are so small. You don't have as much room for all the glass and elements in the lens. But even so, oh, now someone's turned the lights on their car. You can see them over there. Look at that, just nothing. Nothing out here. I make sure I don't drift off too much. What do you mean you don't drift off too much? Like, don't sleep too much? What do you mean drift off? Man, it is like a post-apocalyptic movie out here. Like we only travel by day. By night, the creepers come out. Bye-bye, that person. Oh, you said, oh, what homeless people do? They boondock on BML land? That's what nomads do? What does that mean? What does boondock mean? What is BML land? Incredible. And there's a house there or something. I don't know, but damn, the only thing I regret, why did I decide to do this on Christmas Day? I didn't have to do this on Christmas Day. The good thing is, no traffic. The bad thing is, everything's closed. So tomorrow, there's not going to be I would like to go into the city of Harrisonburg and do stuff. I don't even know if they have bars there or what. It's weird. Different places, like some places don't have alcohol in Virginia. Harrisonburg's not like that. I know they have like breweries and wineries. I just wonder what it, and you know, it evokes all kinds of questions like, what's the seedy underbelly to the town? You know, like Blue Velvet, like, which I haven't seen. But, you know, what, any place that's supposedly, you know, straight, white, Christian, conservative, you have people getting out their fetishes, their kinks, people who have to be, you know, closeted with regards to their sexuality. What, you know, like around DC, it's just interesting to me. Like, do you even have like artist groups, artist meetups around here? Do you have people? And now I know, for instance, I know a comedian, Hampton Yount. He used to perform around D.C. He was hilarious. He is now the voice of Crow T. Robot on Mystery Science Theater 3000, the new series. He is awesome. I've met him. Like we're not like good friends or anything, but like just an acquaintance. You know, we met, and everybody knew he was going to be, on TV. He would have his own show. He was so damn funny, and so I was so happy for him. I thought he was the perfect choice to play Crow T Robot because Mystery Science Theater is my favorite show of all time. That's where my channel name comes from, Flying Over Trout. Cobra Kai coming in 1999. Hey, everybody, Cobra Kai, thank you. Everybody, thank Cobra Kai. Came in clutch for me. I appreciate that. Hey, this trip's costly for me already, so damn, gas alone is costing me. Anyways, 47% on my phone, not bad. Felt like it died a lot faster before. I'm going to try and look for an outlet. It's closer to where I can sit down. My bed. That's my business room. That's where I was doing business earlier. Creative Mind T, how's it going? Cobra Santa, good one, yeah. Thanks, Santa Cobra Kai. Where can I plug this in where I can sit by the bed? Oh, I'll unplug the alarm clock. Yeah, Cobra Kai, thank you so much. That's awesome. Hold on. So, I was, hold on. Yep. I was scared deciding to trip over. I'm like, oh, what am I doing? I'm scared of going to areas I don't know, the people I don't know. Hippies in rural Vermont, Bernie Sanders from Vermont, yeah. Bureau of Land Management. How does all that work? And what is boondocking? I still don't understand that part. Creative Mind T, I did the end zone exercises with Moist Andy. Look that video up because that's kind of like homeless exercise because homeless workout because we just worked out with our own body weight in a football field. Look up again, end zone exercises with Moist Andy. I was scared coming out. I was like, well, I'm going to be coming out late. I just don't know. People are going to be hostile to me. If the police are going to hassle me, who knows what else could go wrong. I'm scared the road conditions won't be good. I always get a little worried driving on rural roads because a lot of them, not a lot of them, all of them, like don't have street lights. They can be pitch black, and some of them can have really bad traffic patterns and turns where it's really dangerous to drive in, and you don't know like if there's a huge intersection, you don't know if it's safe to cross into. You could have your friend fake kill you live and someone have a heart attack. I wouldn't do that. But thank goodness they got $68 here is a good deal. So that's why I wanted to find a motel far away instead of going somewhere close by in Northern Virginia. Any hotel around or motel around there, it would be easily at least $120 a night. I'm not even sure $120 a night would be maybe there are a few real cheap ones you could get, but even with the drive out here and the gas, it's still cheaper to come out here, like the 85-mile drive or so total. And it wasn't that long of a drive either. It gets me tense thinking, okay, is there something I don't know about these roads? When I drove to Pennsylvania to get the life insurance job, doing the training there, I drove back on back roads to avoid, what was I avoiding? I don't even remember. I was avoiding toll roads, I guess, and it was raining, I think. Was it raining? I'm not sure, but I was basically white-knuckling it, gripping my steering wheel the whole time, thinking, please, please be there. Let there be some place I can pull off and get onto the freeway, because all the roads, they weren't marked very well. Any hill is this road. They're gonna mess with me, aren't they? It's like a prank to make a road that sharply turns left, and you going up a hill you can't see, and I'm gonna crash my car, or someone's gonna come over the top of the hill and crash into me. But I was like white knuckling, like gripping into my steering wheel, like for 2 hours, driving out of there at night. But the drive here was pretty much fine. It was mostly straight. The only really winding part was going up the mountain. I drove round and round and round, and that's where I did that like minute-long video earlier where, hey, my phone's actually charging now. The minute-long video where I was at the side of the mountain looking out into the valley below. Only 9:17. Wow. And the phone's actually charging. Normally when I try and charge it, it's still or when I'm doing a live stream and I plug it in, it still loses the charge. It just loses it less slowly. We'll see if that keeps up. But I was a little scared, but then I thought that's even more reason why I should do it. If it's going to be scary, I should do it. And I've wanted to do this for years and years. Like 8 years I've wanted to drive out here after my lunatic friend drove me out here a couple times. But I could never really enjoy it with him. I was always feeling bad. But now I can really enjoy it, and it's awesome. It's amazing. So glad to be away from DC. I wouldn't want to live around here. Definitely wouldn't. But it just blows my mind. How do people live around here? Like, the image of the cities around here are so child friendly and kid friendly. I'm like, does everyone like get in on the whatever weirdness and sexual, like sexual acting out and all that stuff? Like, what goes on? It's just, what's the seedy underbelly? And I know it's here, and I'm here to investigate. Anyways, let me wash my hands. So, as crappy as my timing was to come here on Christmas, because everything's going to be closed, the good thing is there's barely going to be any traffic. Oh, that's going to be real nice. Traffic would make it a nightmare. So, I'll drive back probably by the time the sun starts going down tomorrow night, which is early, like around 5 o'clock or so, I imagine. I don't know what else I can do around here, because if it's not going to, if there's not much for me to do, like in any of the cities around here, if everything's closed, I might just leave early. I don't know. I'm going to check out from the motel early. Thank goodness for the breakfast tomorrow morning. It's going to be great. Tomorrow's going to be one of the few days I don't go to the gym since I've been homeless. October 31st. Oh, cool. So Dustin... Yeah, hey, Lisa Miller, hey, being in nature, perfect place to be, thanks. Dustin says, Floyd is near you and it's rural, but they film things there and it has communal places for artists to work on their pieces. Yes, that's good to hear. I want to hear, like kind of progressive artist spaces, not just right-wing spaces around here. That's nice to know. I don't know if I'll be going to Floyd, and also it's Christmas, so whatever's going on, they'll probably be closed. But hey, maybe someday I'll go out there. I definitely should go out again and then leave earlier. Today I kind of screwed up my whole schedule by just kind of wasting time. And I went to the gym first. I went kind of early. That was good. I woke up early after going to work last night. And going to the grocery store, that took a little while. I spent $40 there. It's too much money, but I went to a Hispanic grocery store where everything's a little more expensive. And I didn't want to go to Aldi or Walmart because they were both bound to be packed the day before Christmas. I know Walmart was because I went by there. I'm sure Aldi was too. So I spent a little more money, but it was nice to, support an immigrant-run business. Although who knows, maybe they exploit their employees too. A lot of businesses do. But I wasn't busy, so that was the great thing about it. There's no way in hell I am subjecting myself to a long line at a grocery store if I can help it. And to me, it's shameful. The way at McDonald's, I see cars like lined up around. I filmed it once, I don't know if I'll put it up, like lined up around this parking lot. I'm like, why would they do that to themselves, to each other? Like, how can your like greed and selfishness overcome your desire to save time that much by not just going inside and ordering? Yes, I understand. A lot of people may be bringing food home to their family. Still, why do that? There's no nope. I'm so selfish and so greedy. I don't care if I have to wait an hour. I'll still make someone else wait, and I'll wait myself just so I don't have to get out of my car. It's just disgusting. Yeah, I'm sure you could say, oh, what if? What you don't know? Some family member is bringing food, or some mom is bringing food to their family that they're broken. This is their Christmas treat or whatever. Shut up. All right. Just shut up. Good one. I'd rather take a beating than step into Walmart. Yeah, that's pretty much, that's kind of my feeling too. Walmart's a sad place to be in. Always. Shoe Nice, I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I haven't seen him. I hope he's doing well. Click the like button, everybody. Help keep this going. Stayed at 48%, so my phone is not losing a charge, and it's not gaining a charge, I think, based on this. I'm going to get some food out of my card, too, before I go to sleep tonight. What else do I have? Just some fruit. Yeah, they didn't have much at this Hispanic grocery store that I wanted. Bread, but they had just cheap wheat bread. I got, like, bananas, pears. I already ate 2 cans of tuna. I got there and 2 bags of tuna, those little pouches. So I ate a bunch of tuna today. I'm not eating enough calories. At least if I want, I don't really care. Like if lifting weights to really gain much muscle, but I don't really care. There, I'm not trying to get big. But I'm not eating much food in general. Although I'm not losing much weight either. It's so frustrating. The math doesn't add up. You can work out for an hour a day, and you're burning like 400 or 500 calories, and yet like you can eat like 3 ounces of something that tastes sweet, and that right there is like 1,800 calories. It doesn't make sense. Why did we evolve that way? But how did people live 50,000 years ago or 100,000 years ago when they were just out in the fields and life was brutal and horrible? Man, that is mind-blowing. Forget what else do I have. What else did I get? I got peanut butter. That was too expensive too because Aldi has it a lot cheaper. I didn't even bother getting any cereal. Almost all the cereal they had at this store had tons of sugar in it, and it was way overpriced. Like, no way I'm doing that. When Aldi, I could get a huge box of very healthy, high-fiber cereal for like $1.50, $2, something like that. 13 likes, cool, keep it going. I don't know how much longer I'll do this. Yep, the phone is charging now. Maybe the outlets are bad where I live, because normally it doesn't charge that well. Especially while live streaming, that takes a lot of battery power. But cool, this technically means I could live stream for a long time. But what did you all think of that view outside? I know it's hard to see. Like, I really wish I had a more powerful camera and lens that looked good, but that was an incredible view. I grew up in the country, so rural. When we were kids, we slept in the bed of the truck under the stars. That would creep me out. That would freak me the hell out. I can't do that. I'm glad to sleep in my car. Even sleeping in this room, I don't like sleeping in a bed that much. I sleep better in my car. But I like weird stuff. That's a nice bed, bro. I don't have bed. My neck hurts. Real American Tiger, where do you sleep? Sleeping in my car is great. I actually don't like having a bed now. It's weird. I'd almost rather sleep in my car in a parking lot. Except out here, like, I'm not going to sleep in a place like this that I don't know. Oh. Oh, and now the charge is going back down to 48%. But that was an incredible view outside. During the day, I wonder what it's going to be like. So I'm going to try and get up early, get breakfast, and then go straight to the mountain trail. Skyline Drive is the name of the road, and I'm not trying to drive through a ton of mountains. I mean, how much do I need to see? But I'll do a live stream maybe from one of the views. No, stay warm in my car. I have a sleeping bag. It's awesome. It was $50. I got it from a military surplus store. Military surplus store creeped me out. but it's great sleep. I feel totally warm. My car can be like a block of ice, and in that bag, I am totally comfortable. And sometimes I wake up and I forget I'm not in a bed. I think I'm in a bed sometimes when I wake up because everything's black. I got an eye shade on. There's a hood. They got the sleeping bag is like a caterpillar bag. It like rat or a mummy style bag. It's called. It like wraps you up, so you're tucked into it like a caterpillar in a cocoon. But it's really good. It's super warm. Like never had any problem with it. Well, except the first night I couldn't get it zipped properly. Thanks. 68 bucks, so not a bad deal. And glad to be doing a different kind of video. I can't wait to see outside during the day what it's going to be like and then live stream. I'm so glad I can do live streams on my phone. I was worried the connection wouldn't be good, but my internet connection has been fine so far. The drive over was pleasant. Like I was real worried I might, you know, get in the wrong turn or something. I hate that. But other than one tiny little misstep, but it ended up being fine. Like I didn't need to take this turn. And there was construction where I thought I had to turn, but I just went straight, and that was ended up being on the road I would have been on anyways. The turn would have just saved me like a quarter of a mile. So I'm real glad about how the drive went, even though I was driving as the sun went down. I'm like, oh man, I want to make it before it gets pitch black outside, and really gets pitch black because there's no street lights a lot of places. And it was just blowing my mind. Like, how do people live here? There were houses off the side of the road. It's like, what do people do out? It just, what's life like? Is it like what's eating Gilbert grape? Anyways, it's an interesting place to visit. I definitely would not want to live here. I know I'd be bored out of my mind, but it would be nice to visit. Hey, K-Dubs, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great trip. It's really stunning out there. Yeah, I'm going to be filming tomorrow more. So tomorrow I'm going to get out of my hotel, check out, and then I'm just going to drive around here and get whatever views I can and film them. And then I'll just go back home. It's not really a long drive or anything, but I picked Christmas. I thought it made sense to do that. Then I forgot that everything's closed Christmas, so I won't be able to go out and do anything. Like, I wanted to at least go to a restaurant around here. I did go to an Italian restaurant years ago with a friend of mine, the Nutball I was talking about. That was really cool to go to. It's just really interesting to go out places like this. It always, like, you know, it's like a concentrated, like, whatever, something to my imagination. Like, you could shoot movies at it. Life is peaceful in the country. I always work to do gardening and animals. But anyways, it just totally trips me out. How do people live here? Because I'm used to being in cities where there's always people around. There's tons of buildings, tons of traffic. I don't know what this is like in places like this. Best time to visit Shenandoah is fall. A love seat. It's, wait, what? Oh, you sleep on a love seat. Oh. Wish you had a car to sleep in. No, that sucks. Yeah, I sleep great in my Honda Civic. No problems. And I was thinking, you know, when I was driving over here, I'm like, oh, what are places, if I wanted, I could just pull over and sleep in my car and nobody would notice. I wouldn't really want to do that, though. I'd be worried about, you know, like, I don't know what the cops are like. Like, they may, especially cops, and when you're passing through areas, they know you're more vulnerable. And if they decide, oh, they want to commit civil forfeiture, they think your car is in the commission of, you used it in the commission of a crime, they can just take your car. You don't even have to be arrested. It's horrible. Sleeping in the car in the city would freak you out. It works fine for me. I don't mind it at all. I don't have any jokes right now. Here's a picture of the valley, Shenandoah Valley. It looks like a long exposure. That's why the lights of the cars are so bright on the road. See, it's an incredible view. This thing is old. You can tell it's worn out. Look at this guy. It's incredible out here. I mean, whatever. It happened at the right time. It needed to. I decided to go on Christmas. At least the traffic wouldn't be bad. And next time if I go, I'll be more comfortable going, and I'll plan on going earlier in the day, and I'll go when it's not a holiday, so there's actually people. Like I mean, there's actually like businesses I can go to and people and stuff I can shop at. Yeah, why wouldn't I? By the way, P Funky, you realize the idea you've been spreading in comments too. My channel, yeah, Shenandoah is closed. It's closed because of the government shutdown. But I just there was nothing stopping me from just driving right onto the mountain tonight. It was a little bit frightening, not much, but a little eerie. But P Funky, you realize the points you're making about you're laughing at white people. Those are the same points that Nazis make. They believe that white people are being oppressed. They never try and come out and say it to like normies that they believe in white supremacy. They just say, "Oh, well, we're for the rights of white people, and white people are under attack." And you realize you're making Nazi points. So the question is, are you doing that by coincidence? Like it's just a coincidence you agree with Nazis, or is it that you affirm Nazi beliefs? Either way, it's not a good look. So there you go. Yeah, it is, and it's eerie that it's closed down too. So it's like, what are the odds? The timing, like our government is in shambles. The Trump administration's so pathetic. They're trying to shut down the government over a monument to hate and an ancient idea of protecting a country. It's so pathetic. Trying to put up a wall to keep immigrants out. Screw that. You want a joke? I'll talk about, okay. When here's a funny little story. First night I ever spent in New York, I was there Halloween night. I was walking down the street in Manhattan dressed in a straitjacket and a bite mask from Silence of the Lambs, and I had the most stereotypical encounter with a New Yorker. I was walking down the street in my Halloween costume, a straitjacket and the mask, and an old guy walks past me and says, "Someone should have done that to you years ago." That's it. There's a funny story. But it was like something out of a TV show or movie. I'm like, wow, how did he think up that line so quickly? Why would he even say that? You don't get people talking like that around here so much. So the disappointing thing tomorrow is nothing's really going to be open. I won't be able to go to any restaurant around here. I don't know if I'll be able to just go out and, say hi to people, meet them or anything. I'll see. I might go into Harrisonburg, which is real close by, after I go in, because there's not that much to see in the mountains. Like, I'll go there, I'll look down at the valley, I'll film for a little bit, I might do a live stream from there, and then that's it. It's like, okay, ready to go back down into the valley. So, and I wonder, in places like this, did the whole town shut down? Well, what am I saying? The lady at the front desk said that, a few gas stations, 7-Eleven are open. That's basically it. So it's like, some places are just like that. Where I live, I don't live in any one spot, but there's always stuff available even on Christmas Day. Not a lot Christmas Day. Actually, a lot of places are closed, but there are a few places, a few pizza places, a few bars, restaurants, not many, but a few that always want to stay open because there's always some that, want somebody's business. Thanks. 14 likes, not bad. My charge is going real slowly on my phone, so it's not bad either. I gotta get moisturizer for my car. I don't know if I feel like getting it right now while I'm live streaming. But for people just joining us, we got 16 people in here now. I just showed the view outside my motel because it's night, but it's incredible. I can't believe how early it is. That's kind of nice. So I will be it's light on too. Oh, there. So I won't be up too late tomorrow. I'll be able to get up early, get the breakfast from American Tiger. be able to get breakfast from the motel, which is great. Could use some food, and then I'll just go out to the mountain. I'll live stream probably somewhat earlier in the day from the overlook of the mountain, assuming my internet connection is good there. And then just go down and try and walk around. Maybe I'll just live stream walking around whatever city, even if it's just like a ghost town because everything's closed. It just always is a little bit scary being in towns I'm not a part of because it's like it's so easy for the police to um, what's the word? Take advantage of you. Um, it's like I feel like I know what police are around closer to DC. They're a little they're fairly well trained, I guess, for dealing with people on a regular basis. I just here I don't know. I don't know what they're likely to do. I don't want to answer that. Take a look around my room. $68. The lady at the front desk gave me a discount because it was so slow. She gave me the AAA discount even though I don't have AAA. Why do they put the door to the other room? How does that make sense? They even got a coffee maker there. I made myself tea earlier. Just go sit in a quiet wooded area and be still. But if I'm, does live streaming count as being still? I don't want to just sit and do nothing. I already did nothing practically. I was outside. I'm the only person here. But nature creeps me out too. But I'm not like terribly scared or anything. It's just like once I'm done in the mountain, like I'll be fine with just getting out and going back down into the valley. I don't know, John. How would I deal with that if my car broke down? I'd call a tow company and get it towed. That's the only option. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, see, that's why I didn't want to answer the American Tiger. I don't want to tell jokes like that. The other thing I did do, I made sure I bought food just in case something happens and I'm stranded in my car in water, so that I'll be I'll be able to eat. And also I got some Gatorade bottles and Sunny Delight so I can go to the bathroom just in case like I'm trapped somewhere, and I'll be able to have food. That would be a disaster if I didn't have food or water. Okay. Really laying in with the Nazi sounding rhetoric. So there you go. Pia Funky. Let's not get in. Let's not talk like that about people. My phone is getting hot, so let me take the case off. Because that's taking up heat. There we go. Oh. I think having it plugged in heats it up too much too. Let's see. If I plug it in, I don't know. Let me unplug the phone. I'm not sure it makes a difference. Okay, whatever. At least it's unplugged. I mean, not unplugged. The case is off. Because that was probably helping keep in heat. If somebody wants to look up stuff and later on tell me like what's there to do in Harrisonburg tomorrow or some city nearby that I can go and visit, I'm sure pretty much everything's going to be closed. But hey, just I believe stuff happens when it needs to happen, and even if it doesn't work out, that's even better in a way because that's a bigger opportunity to overcome. So even if it works out even worse for me, like as far as there's not places around, well, I'll save money because I won't be spending money on businesses, and I'll just I'll have a story about it, and I'll be able to go back sometime and have a better plan for coming here. Phone's still overheating. That's a bad thing about Blackberries. They overheat, the battery runs out too fast, although battery's been performing very impressively so far. Normally, I would think by now it would be about dead. Sorry, I keep tapping the phone to read the comments because comments don't stay on the screen. 15 people aren't here. Not bad. Christmas Eve. And I just showed outside the view. It's just like the middle of nowhere, and you see this black mountain range off in the distance, and it's like this weird sci-fi movie about the end of the world. It is just so trippy. The visuals I see out here, and imagining how do people live out here, and the culture and everything, and just wow, what is being social like around here. What made me think of going? I always fantasized about just getting away from everybody for like a Christmas or New Year's, like not going to a party, but just wanting to be on the side of a mountain. I've always had this image in my head where I'd be live streaming, sitting on a little chair, and have the camera set up next to me and like this, and I'd just be sitting there, and you'd see me and just talking like, "Hey, here's New Year's Day or New Year's Eve," and just sitting here because it's like whenever everyone else wants to do something, I want to do the opposite thing. So I don't want to have a big exciting video. I want to be quiet and get away from everybody. And I've been out the Shenandoah Valley a few times before in the mountains here with this lunatic friend of mine who I don't know if I can say anymore is really a friend, just because he ignores me all the time. He's just so weird. Hey, Kronos. And I knew I wanted to get out. I haven't been out here for like 8 years. I never made the time. I hate making the decision to go do stuff like this. I'm like, well, I better just do it. Like, and I was a little scared to go this afternoon. I'm like, what if traffic's terrible? What if my car breaks down? What if the roads are bad? What if I get hassled by the police? No, it's not super cold. It's not terrible. But I decided, what the hell, do it anyways. And thank goodness everything was totally fine. The only bad thing is my car's not getting great gas mileage. I think because catalytic converter's not working. I need it replaced. Also, I realized the radiator is cracked. It is leaking coolant, just a little bit at a time. So I have coolant in my trunk. I can just fill it up once in a while. And I did get it filled up the other day when I got an oil change. And Cronus, you missed it. I went outside my motel room, and it's just incredible. The sight of just blackness and nothing, and the stars are so bright, the moon's bright, and you can see the outline of the silhouette of mountains in the distance, but not that far of a distance, only a few miles. So tomorrow I'm going to go drive on Skyline Drive in the Shenandoah Mountains, and I'm going to just stop at one of the overlooks looking down at the valley below with all the city lights during the day. I don't know how you're going to see many lights, but I'm going to live stream from there as long as my internet connection's good. And then after that, I'm just going to try and go down into like Harrisonburg or something, see if anything's open. I wonder what it's like. Do you have like people who are like more, progressive and artistic, stuff like that? Or is it all, monoculture of conservatism and, Protestantism and all that stuff? So I'd want to, Pia Funky? No. So I'd want to, because you were spreading either, like I said, either it was a coincidence or it was deliberate. You were spreading Nazi propaganda on my channel. So get yourself sorted out. You don't need to be asking me questions about my ethnicity. Here in Dallas, it's a massive view of city lights, a few stars from here. Anyways, yeah, it was a great view. Like I looked, and it was so damn eerie. I was up there, like the park was closed, but it was like all open. So I just drove right in up the mountain tonight, and I was at the overlook looking down, and it was just so eerie that there's no light up there. If I turned my lights off in my car, it would have been pitch black. And thinking, is this going to attract like a deer or something coming up to my car? And is the deer going to go insane and try and smash into my car? I kind of get a little paranoid. But I was looking down, and like the only sound is the cold air coming into my car. I'm like, oh, that's so. Yeah, I wasn't like scared really. Like it was a little bit like I'm just making sure I'm aware, so I'm not totally vulnerable of like if anything comes around here that I need to be alert about or any kind of dangerous animal. But I wasn't really like scared. It was just like this sense of this like otherworldly experience. You can't experience that really around closer to DC. You can have quiet late at night, but there's always every like signs of humanity everywhere. There's buildings everywhere. Like everywhere you go, there's something man-made. So there's no chance of like experiencing that really unless you go out into the like a park or something. But you can't even really do that. It was just weird thinking like out here you can do so much stuff and just nobody notices. You wouldn't get noticed. Like I could just disappear into the woods and sleep there. I not that I'd want to do that, but like you could just disappear and make a movie. All kinds. It just struck me as so like the potential and possibilities are incredible. South and get out from the south entrance and visit Charlottesville, North Carolina. I mean, I don't have. I'm not going to drive that far. I don't have the money. Not a, not trying to go that far. Oh, my phone's overheating again. You ain't lived until you encounter a deer in the pitch black darkness of the woods. Ooh, I don't want to. Ooh, that just gives me chills to think about because I saw several deer on the way here, and really what freaked me out the most was seeing an owl. I've only seen one owl before, and coincidentally, it was like a few days ago or weeks ago. Oh, Charlottesville in Virginia. I saw an owl on the road, and it was in the middle of a city. And then I panicked because it started to fly across. It was in the middle of the road, and then it flapped its wings and started flying across in front of my car. And I was like, oh God, I hope I don't hit it. And I slowed down, and fortunately I didn't hit it. But it was not going that fast. And I realized they are such majestic creatures, seeing them in person. I saw one just sitting there on the side of the road. It's back to me. Thank goodness it did not get up. I would not want to hit an owl. Hit two deer in the last 6 years. Yeah, that thought terrifies me. Because think about it. You know, a deer hitting your car and being wedged in it or like stuck in it and then freaking out and like, oh my goodness, that's a scary thought. Oh, interesting, Dustin. So Dustin's got some advice here. He says Harrisonburg has Chinese restaurants that are usually open for Christmas lunch. Okay, I'm going to consider that. I'll check that out. Massive damage. Oh, that sucks, Lisa. Yeah, that's the other thing. My car, it would be as good as gone because my car is only worth like $1,800. I checked the Kelly Blue Book. Not valued at much. I gotta cool down my phone. Hold on. I gotta get a wet towel to hold to the back of it. Thank goodness I've never hit a deer. The closest I was driving through West Virginia. I was actually trying to shoot a video there for some internet contest back in like 2013, and I didn't really. I was trying to find this mountain range, I believe, and but anyways, it was so bad. I was trying to find this, yeah, this mountain range. I didn't know how to get here, and I ended up driving into these horrible backwoods areas in West Virginia, and the deer there, thank goodness, that ran out of the way. I was like slamming on my brakes to try and avoid hitting that deer. More wolves in Dallas for some reason. Serena Von Phillips. Hey, Angelo, dropping by to wish you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Bears are sleeping now, so slim chance of you seeing any bears this time of year in the mountains. Awesome. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, are bears just sleeping? Do they really hibernate like just all winter? If so, great. I don't want to see any bears. Screw that. Oh. The view is just so incredibly eerie outside. I'm not going outside again now. I may have to step out to get some clothes so I can be ready to change tomorrow morning. Get up real early. Get that nice continental breakfast. Oh, that's going to be nice. Getting a big breakfast buffet. Stuffing myself for once because I barely ate even today. I just had some tuna, a pear, peanut butter. That's pretty much it. But the view outside here, it's just so wild. It's like a painting. It's great. It's just a lot to take in. And again, tomorrow, for people who missed it when I said it earlier, I'll go to the mountains tomorrow and I'm gonna get up early, so it'll be daytime. I'll film from the overlook, looking down into the valley. Uh, do that for a little while. I don't know how long I'll really do that, or how long it'll be interesting to do that. And then I'll try and go into Harrisonburg, I guess. Film there, live stream more. So tomorrow is going to be a day of live streaming. Yes, I'm going to be on Skyline Parkway. So that's where I was earlier tonight when I filmed and I put up that 1 minute long video. Uh, it was so eerie because it's like when I rolled down my window, the only noise was that, and the only sensation was the feeling of cold air coming into my car. Make an HD video and post it? I might do that. I don't know. Because definitely the video quality is better. I wish, like, if I had the money for, like, Red, you know, the company that makes cinema cameras for, like, you know, a ton of movies that you've seen, that you all have seen and that go into theaters. They're making a phone, I think in partnership with, like, David Fincher, one of my favorite directors, and he made me want to be a director, him among a few other directors. And I think he's working with them to make like a incredibly like powerful camera phone, and they're making a cell phone that has this lens in it and this powerful camera. And I wish I had a really great camera phone to shoot live video on. This phone's already like 3 years old, but I'll keep it as long as I can. But yeah, I don't know. I wish I had my. I should have thought ahead and brought my Canon PowerShot G7X because it looks fantastic. The footage at night looks fantastic on that camera. It almost looks better than day footage somehow. But I didn't think to bring that, so you couldn't see much in the video tonight. It was just like some lights in the distance. But I'll be there tomorrow filming, and then probably just go into Harrisonburg, film what I can, try and do what I can, and then just drive home. And fortunately, it should be a nice drive home tomorrow because it's Christmas Day. That's the beauty of it. So there's going to be virtually no traffic. Excuse me. But it's just kind of like it's overwhelming to be here and feel the different culture out here and sense it and see the hold on, I don't want to rub my face on camera. Excuse me. Just sense of like, how do people live here? The isolation, and again, most of the businesses around here seem to be like just chain stores or chain, places like Applebee's, Taco Bell, Walgreens, Dollar Tree, McDonald's. Although I didn't see many McDonald's, 7-Eleven, just places you see out anywhere, virtually anywhere. It's like, what is here other than that stuff, other than big companies that have put down a few stores here? What are the jobs people have around here? Because those jobs don't pay much. It's just a lot to process. And how do people date here? Like, what's all that? Like, everything again has a reason I say that. That in politics is everything here has a very like child friendly tone. You look at the tourist guide info and stuff, and you look at all the materials online. It's all very like wholesome, family friendly, but there's got to be people doing supposedly unsavory stuff. I include myself in that. I don't mean criminal. I don't mean antisocial, hurtful, negative, or anything. I just mean stuff like, people really expressing themselves, because this does not seem that amenable to personal expression. Artists, people expressing their sexuality, um, people who are not religious, who aren't conservative, like that, like people who are counterculture. I just wonder, how's that go around here? What's all that like? Anyways, I've been streaming for about an hour and 45 minutes now. Yeah, I'm creeping myself out. That's true. I creep myself out all the time. The one good I like when I dream. I have a lot of such disturbing dreams. Like you'd think I shouldn't be allowed on the street if you saw my dreams. I was glad last night, I think. I'm always glad when I have nightmares about movies or dreams about movies because I just love being in movies and like being around them. And even though I haven't seen many movies lately, I've been thinking about them so much. The dream I had last night was like it was involving the scene in The Departed when Leonardo DiCaprio beats up those guys from Providence in that convenience store, and he says, "What are you guys coming from Providence?" And they said, "What business is it of yours? Where we're from?" He's like, "What are you guys doing? Selling cannolis or something?" Then boom, he beats the hell out of them. It's so shocking and violent. And I had a dream that that scene like happened sort of, and then but like the backstory to that scene came out in the post. The like why did he do that? Why those guys and everything? It was and it's like a violent scene with mobsters, and they wanted him dead after that. So I kept it was a little disturbing in that regard, but it was cool in that my mind is exploring a movie even while I'm sleeping. And I've had lots of dreams about movies. All right, before I go, I'll show one last shot of view outside my room. I'm not going to go outside this time. I'll put my I got to go outside in a little bit, but to get stuff out of my car, like clothes. Oh, you can't really see it. There, okay. So it's just nothing. Nothing. I don't know how much I can give that impression of, oh, like there. That there is nothing out there. It is dead quiet. It is just blowing my mind how there is nothing out there. No, you guys don't understand. You think nothing, but I'm saying nothing. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to get going, so I'm going to get to sleep early, 10 o'clock. Oh, Jack's coming through with $1.99. Hey, thank you. Enjoy the daytime. Yeah, don't be scared. So, Jax, thank you for coming through with the $1.99. I appreciate the donation. It really helps me out. I am spending money on this whole trip. I did it for you. I did it for your entertainment. I did it for you. I did it for you. I don't like you. But I did it for you guys. So, it's just trippy, man. It's so weird seeing it out. But, Jax, thank you. $1.99. Everybody thank Jax for donating to me. So, here's my room. You can see behind me. Actually, maybe it'll look better. Yeah, this camera that facing this side has a better image quality, I think. My right arm is gonna cramp. So, there you go. I know bathroom selfies are creepy, but what the hell can I do? Thanks for watching, everybody. This is a really cool trip. I am going to get to sleep early. I'm so looking forward to just a decent breakfast, because normally my breakfast is either just a few bits like slices. I get my knife, a plastic knife, and get a few knifefuls of peanut butter. And when I had the Crispy Oats, the Cheerios knockoff, I would just eat some of that before going to the gym. I ran out of the cereal, so I've just been eating peanut butter for breakfast, literally. And my first meal will be like at 3 in the afternoon, after I go to the gym. So tomorrow will be a nice breakfast, and then I'll watch for the live streams tomorrow. I'm going to try and live stream as much as possible tomorrow. I want to see what this is like, being in the mountains, but then really I'll spend more time being down in wherever, in a valley in Harrisonburg or something, and just seeing what's around there. Because you can't walk around the mountain much. You got to pull off into the overlook area. So I'll be at one. That's it. I'm not trying to do a ton of those. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for the donations, Cobra Kai and Jax, and good night.